Hey Abdul, how's it going?
Going good. Teach me how you doing.
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear about your summer experience. Yeah, and I hope you're also excited to tell me about what you did over the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to know, of course, is what you did over the summer, right? So can you give me like a brief overview of what you did
Mhm.
during the summer? Yeah.
Yes, sure. So last summer I had the chance to go to Charlotte, North Carolina to intern at a into Credit Karma as a software engineer, and I had the opportunity to work on the complete platform team. My project was mostly about creating a centralized dashboard for the on-call teams so they can keep track of like all the different issues they are receiving when they are on call. So I had the chance to learn to work with different APIs and frameworks. So yeah, that's basically it.
Oh, so you got to do this as a sophomore. I mean,
Yes, as
as
a
a
software.
rising junior. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. Yeah. Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about, some of the most important technical things that you learn? So it could be just one most technical thing you learn, or even give me two of them. Yeah.
Yes, sure. So even if I had the chance to work with like Python before, because that was like the main language I used during the internship, but I've never had the chance to work with different APIs before. So I would say like the most important technical thing I've learned is is working with different APIs, because like when you're working with different APIs, you have to make sure like those APIs are well formatted and you can use them in the specific cases you want to use them. So I had the chance to do that. So I think it was like really useful because like nowadays, almost like every platform, they use some kind of API. So I think this it is a opportunity will be able to kind of like, give me like a heads up when it comes to like, the job I'll be doing in the future.
Yeah, yeah, that's very, very important. Yeah, I feel like these days, a lot of the things that you want to do has already been done by someone else, right? And
Hmm.
APIs are a way for you to actually simplify your work by
Hmm.
using someone else's work. We have so many APIs out there. We have, freely available APIs, and we also
Hmm.
have, some other APIs that, of course, are not free. But yeah, that's a good skill that you should have as someone who wants to go into the tech industry. Yeah. So can you tell me something that you learned? First I asked you what was the most technical thing, right? Yeah. So
Hmm.
can you tell me a little bit about some of the non-technical things you learned?
Yes, sure. So I would say because when you work as an intern and you also work in like a corporate environment, there are like so many things when I used to. But there are many things I've learned, I'm not gonna lie. But the most important thing I think I learned was mostly about communication. So when it comes to students, most likely we tend to show like we know a lot of things and we don't wanna sound like we are dumb, but like we don't wanna like look like we don't know what we're doing. So sometimes we're like skeptical about asking questions and like tell our mentor or manager like where we are in the process. But during this internship, one of the key things I've learned is that to communicate as much as possible and to let your mentor, your manager know like exactly where you are, your progress. And when you're stuck, like it's okay to try some of the things on your own to try to solve it. But if you feel like you're stuck for like too long, it's totally okay to to ask your mentor, your manager, like question about the bug that you're facing. So I would say like communication, and not only communication but also effective communication is like one of the most important non-technical things I've learned during the summer.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty, pretty important. Communication, yeah, I feel like it's a very important skill to have. Yeah, so can you explain to me what you feel most proud of that
Mhm.
you accomplished during your internship, and also tell me why you're proud of this accomplishment?
Yes, sure. So if I had to go back like a few weeks before, I remember when I was doing my project demo, like in front of like all the employees at the company, I had the like when I was explaining like my project, and because also my project was already in production, like you can basically like go on Slack and you can see like the agent that was on Slack interacting with like different engineers, and also like people were actually using it as I was doing my presentation. And there was also like a team member from like a different team that was saying that we actually need something like that for our team because that would save us like so much time. So I honestly feel like when I was interning, I was just like a random intern, like doing some random intern project, but I was doing something that's gonna add value to the business. So I would say like that was the most that was the thing I was like mostly proud about. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, so I have two more questions for you. The next question would be, so if you had to go back to
Mhm.
the start of your internship, what would you have changed before you started the internship?
Yes, sure. That's a good question. So if I actually had to go back, I would say like be more open-minded when it comes to like entering the workforce because before actually interning I had like a lot of pressure. I was asking myself a bunch of questions like saying like am I gonna do great? Am I gonna have like a good impression? So but the one thing I've done to kind of like like slow down this kind of a pressure was that telling myself that if I got the opportunity because I also deserve it, and if I was not able to do it they would not only give me the interview but uh, also give me the offer. So I think by keeping that mindset, I was able to kind of like overcome like all those fears. So yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's pretty important. Yeah, so my last question for you would be, so what skills did you learn from this internship that you hope to transfer to your next internship?
yes, sure. So and one skill I've learned in this internship, and I hope to transfer to my next internship, is a the ability to kind of like adapt to like different environment because it was my first time
Mhm.
working in a corporate environment, and I'm sure I'll be doing that a a lot of times in the future. So like when you go into the environment, you actually have to like not only adapt like to the different technologies, but also like to the different people you're gonna be interacting with. So I think during the summer, I kind of like developed this ability. So I think now, wherever I go, I'll be I'll easily be able to kind of like adapt and interact in that specific environment. So I think the ability to adapt is like one of the most like one of the skills that I'll be able to kind of like carry on for my next opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, adaptability is a very good skill to have under your belt. Yeah, so that was all I got for you, and congratulations on completing this internship. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you
bye.
so much. Bye.